your goal is not in her.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Geek-A-Tech. So today we are going to talk about some BDD tools which you can use as per your technology you are using right now. So it's a very short video. I'm just going to talk about that what certain BDD tools available or BDD frameworks available for you guys you can use in your automation testing. It can be for API, it can be for UI. Okay, you can use them. So these BDD frameworks which I am going to tell you today, they are very popular tools in their respective technologies. Okay, so again it's all totally depends on the requirement of what kind of technology you are using. So based on that you can use them. So let's start with the tools. So I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to talk you about the complete features and all those stuffs. I'm just giving you the certain examples, or I'm sharing the names of the frameworks which you can use for your automation testing. Okay, so let's start. So the first one is JBehave. It's a very good BDD framework, BDD tool which I used um, in my previous company, and it's a very good tool. It's a uh, open source, it's freeware. It's have a very good. You can say easy to run with Maven and Intel and this kind of build tools. Along, it's very easy, it's very handy, especially for the Java based applications. Suppose if your application is Java based and you are trying to create an automation suite also in Java, so I recommend you must use JBF. There are certain other tools also which you can use along with Java, but if your complete application is created on Java, then it's very good to use JBF, because it's basically made for Java based applications. Okay, so it's very good tool. Okay, it's supports it has its own reporting part also. JBehave generates its own reporting. You don't have to configure external reports. External reports is also available, but if you don't want to use them, then JBehave provide its own reporting format, which is a very good format. I used it, and it gives us various kinds of information like how much time a step took, how much time taken by the complete scenario, how many scenarios ran, how many scenarios escaped, how many scenarios failed. Okay, so all those information is available. I use this one personally, and it's a very good tool. If you have Java based applications, then I think you must use this one. Let's talk about the another framework. So this framework is called a spec flow. It's basically supports the .NET based application on whatever applications are developed in C sharp. You can use this spec flow. I am using currently this tool, and it's a very good frameworks framework which I am using for automating the Selenium based automation. It's an open source. It has good community support also, not as good as Cucumber or as JVF, but yes, for .NET based applications it has sufficient information available. Using that you can create your own framework. It also supports external report. So as we know that external report is quite having good features, so yes, we can use the external report along with the spec flow. We can attach screenshots also of our test cases, that it's suppose if any test step fail, then if you want to attach it to the report, it's available. It's easy to use, and if you already use JBehav or Cucumber previously, then it's not required a great deal of training. Okay, it's quite similar. You can also what I found that you can provide an XLS or CSV file also as a part of a test data. If you don't want to go for uh, it has the feature like example tables and the data tables, but if you want to test a good amount of test data, like you want to test for 50 different items, you want to test for different 50 or 100 test users you want, then you can attach an CSV file. There is a configuration available there, and you can use that. So it's very good to use, it's quite handy, and it's very useful. Again, if you are completely new to .NET framework and you are trying to automate for the first time, and you want to use BDD style to uh, do the automation, then SpecFlow is a very good tool available for .NET applications. And I think for .NET right now only SpecFlow is available. I didn't find any other. If you know that there is another framework available for .NET also, then you can share it with me. Okay, so if you are using Python technology for application development or for the automation, then you can use Behave. So Behave is also another BDD framework available. It's an open source. You can use it. I never used it, but yeah, I identify that yes, for BDD framework, if you want to use for Python, then this is a good tool to use. uh, I think it's also supports the external reports, so reporting part is also available there. Okay, so the one thing you should understand that if your application is developed in Java or in .NET or in Python, then I think you should prefer to automate those applications in the same technology. Okay, if your application developed in Java, then you should go for Java based automation. If your application is developed in .NET, then you should go for .NET based automation. It's not like that. .NET based application or a UI, we can say, or a web application which is developed in .NET, we cannot go for automation in Java. We can go for it, but what happens sometimes, if you are using in automation, you are using Java and your application is developed in .NET, and sometime you might encounter a problem where the compatibility issue you will identify, or there might be a case where some bug which you not be able to identify, or your suit not able to detect that because of certain limitations. It might happen. It is a very good chance, but if you want to you know see if you see, there are many examples over there which says that, and it's a good practice also, that if your application is developed in a certain technology, then you should go for the automation in the same technology. Okay, last but not the least, it's BHAT. It's for the PHP based applications. It's a open source. BHAT is also you can use for automating your applications using the Gherkin language, the BDD complete framework. You can use it. It also provides all the features which is available in other BDD frameworks. Again, I didn't mention here the Cucumber in my the slides, because Cucumber is a very generic tool, and it's very famous and very highly used framework. And it's not something like that, it's for a particular technology. Okay, Cucumber you can use with Java, you can use with Ruby application. Okay, so Cucumber is versatile and we can use it, and it's very highly used. It's have a very high regards in case of BDD frameworks. So I present today only those technologies which are specific to those language. So yes, for Java I mentioned JBehave, for .NET SpecFlow, for PHP BHAT, for Python Behave. Okay, so these are basically used for UI based applications, where you want to automate them with Selenium mostly. So this tool you can use. In case of APIs, there are certain frameworks available like Karate, like Rest Assured for the REST APIs. Karate we can use as a BDD also there, which directly you write down the steps in given when then format, and with the very minimum effort, around 10% I think of the efforts for writing the code you will require to write the code, and you can directly automate them, your APIs. But there are certain limitations with karate also. Suppose if you want to automate your application, or you want to test your server directly, then it's good. But if you want to test your APIs using client, like for Swagger applications, there are certain clients also developed, because companies don't want to expose their APIs directly, they want to expose them using the client. So in such case, I think karate is not viable. But if you directly want to test your APIs, then karate is a good choice for APIs. It also generates reports. So whatever frameworks we discussed, they are basically for the UI based applications which you want to automate. So this is all about today's video. If you are new to my channel, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. And if you are already watching my channel, you are my subscriber, then thank you very much for your support. That's all. Have a good day.